People who are close to the White House peace mediation team believe that Jared Kushner's partner in the effort, Jason Greenblatt, broke new ground when he addressed the United Nations, asking for support for an American plan that's still not been made public. But Greenblatt did make clear the plan will reject long-standing international resolutions and the assumption that Israel is illegally occupying the West Bank.
This is a time for us to speak to each other candidly, not in stale slogans and talking points.
U.S. officials privately admit that the speech was not well received. Most of the world's diplomats do assume that Israel has to give up all the land it captured in the Six-Day War, while Greenblatt said in that 1967 war, Israel was heroically defending its very existence.
Those who have weaponized the term occupation in order to criticize Israel are doing nothing to promote a resolution to this conflict.
The Trump administration was especially annoyed at Germany's ambassador Christoph Heusgen, a senior advisor to Chancellor Angela Merkel, for saying that no one can pick and choose which parts of international law will be obeyed, and that Germany does not believe in giving in to the force of whoever is strongest. Greenblatt responds with an op-ed in the German newspaper Die Welt under the headline, "With all due respect, Mr. Ambassador Heusgen." The American envoy, a longtime attorney for Donald Trump, writes that he feels compelled to publicly clear up a profound and damaging mischaracterization of what he said in the UN Security Council in its monthly debate on the Middle East. Greenblatt writes that the U.S. does not believe in might makes right. He adds that it's disingenuous to keep referring to UN resolutions without acknowledging that the UN system has a deep, pervasive anti-Israel bias. The article repeats Greenblatt's main point on July 23rd in New York.
Let's start a new, realistic discussion. We need to look to the future rather than dwelling on the past.
Greenblatt writes we'd welcome the support of the German government and the German people for this effort.
While the Kushner-Greenblatt team has not said that it's confident it can succeed at getting Israeli and Palestinian leaders back to negotiations, a big part of what the White House intends to do is tell the truth, as officials here have put it. And one of those truths is that the United States is solidly pro-Israel, and they believe the Middle East and the world ought to accept that. Dan Raviv, I-24 News, the White House.